Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Unfortunately, Australia has gone even more woke. They're using a great deal of gender ideology to a lot of males' advantage at the moment. And it's really annoying and frustrating to see that men nowadays have more rights than that of real women. Men that men that have chosen to identify as being that of a woman, which they're not, have now gone and rushed to change their gender listed on their birth certificates under new Australian laws. Well done, Australia. Well done. I am actually ashamed at the moment, ashamed of what the Australian government has done. Personally, I didn't vote for the current government that we've got, but we're stuck with them at the moment. And the level of insanity and depravity that is coming out of them, they don't even know how to run the stinking country, first and foremost. And secondly, they're just plunging our society further and further into the dirt. Sal Grover put up on Twitter, I saw this and I'm like, goodness me, where are we going? Honestly, hundreds of men just became legally women and now have more rights than actual women. So it's not bad enough that when trans women go, we're real women, it's not bad enough they do that. Now they can be legally recognized because they can change their gender on their birth certificate to reflect how they choose to identify. Does anyone else see a problem with that, or just me? I'm fairly certain that many of you watching this are really smart people, and you'll be going, that's problematic. These self ID laws that we've got going on, not only are they bat crap insane, but they're absolutely insane. Like, you can get bat crap insane and absolutely insane in the same damn sentence. You're on a good trajectory. Like, yeah, I just can't, man. I can't. Like, what in the world? I'm seeing so much insane stuff on a regular basis, and this takes the cake. It really does. We've got the woke Olympics going on, and now we've got this going on here in Australia. So hundreds of Aussies rush to change the gender listed on their birth certificate after new laws passed. Queensland updated its gender laws in June. Good old Queensland. Here I was thinking that Queensland was one of the last non-too woke states, but in fact, it is one of the woke states, and we're doing a lot of this gender nonsense. So a lot of people actually think that it's a good idea to trans kids up here, and even in some hospitals, they're allowing that to take place. Aussies can now retroactively change the gender on their birth certificate in one state, even before gender change survey, and hundreds have already done it. Jeez. I wonder why they did that. Could it be that they don't really care about the likes of real women? Or is it just, I want to pander to this small little minority group of men that think it's a wonderful thing and love the fact that the fantasy of them trying to change their gender is right. But at what expense? At the expense of real women all over. Like, when I say real women, I get fed up with saying real women. I just want to be able to say woman or women, like using the proper grammar, using the proper terms. But nowadays, unfortunately, you've got to say real woman or biological woman, trans woman. I'm sick of it. I'm actually really sick of it. Nearly 250 Queenslanders, including 11 children. Yes, they're allowing kids to do this. Because why not? Just let kids change their birth certificate to legally recognize them as something they're actually not. Have applied to legally change the gender on their birth certificate after changes to the relevant laws. The Births, Deaths, and Marriages Registration Act in 2023 kicked in on June 24th. These changes removed the requirement for people to undergo sex reassignment surgery before formally registering a change of gender. So we're going to make it as free as we possibly can. We don't need to, they don't need to have surgery at all. If they just say that they are something, we're going to legally recognize it as that. So if I want to legally recognize myself as a black dog, can I do that too? Because that's how I identify. These people are nuts. It doesn't work, man. The law also allows for the gender of a child under the age of 16 to be changed through a parental application or by going through the children's court. The birth certificate is a legal document giving legal and official recognition the person's identity, gender in Queensland. 1 month after the updated law came into action, 247 applications have been filed regarding the changes or changing of genders, and 142 have been completed so far. 2/3 of the completed applications regarded male to female changes, of course. Of course. Another quarter female to male, and less than 10% were to another gender term, like non-binary or something else that they come up with. I don't know what else they've got nowadays, but anyway, under these, imagine you're a doctor and you see on the birth certificate non-binary show up, and you're going, how am I going to treat somebody that doesn't identify as male or female? But okay, they are actually a male or they're born female. So how am I going to work this out? This should be interesting, shouldn't it? Under these new laws, two same-sex partners or just the term parent can also be listed on a birth certificate for a child. Less than 10 applications have been filed for this so far. So the woke insanity just keeps on getting worse. Here we go. Here's a fun one, people. Emily Wells, who happens to be a biological dude, 61 years old, who lives in Tennant Creek, was one of the first to apply to change their birth certificate. It's really hard to explain the euphoria. Yes, we all know all about that euphoria, mate. It's wonderful, isn't it? Like a drug for a lot of these people. They're high on the euphoric feeling, thinking that there's something they're actually not. And you know what we're doing? We're allowing it. To me, it's corrected something that was done wrong 60 years ago. Wells told Courier Mail. Done wrong. Interesting that you said that. Why is it wrong? Oh, I was born biologically male. That's wrong. I want to be female. Mate, you can't go back, and you can't even change it now. So, like it, lump it, you're 61 years old, mate. You're stuck. Wells, I'm not saying that. Wells, who has been trying to officially change Wells's gender since 2004, received Wells' amended birth certificate on July 5th. Wells said Wells was in discussion with state government for 7 years before Wells was able to hand in Wells's application. When I got the certificate, it finally meant that I have that last piece of legal document that confirms who I am. Who are you, mate? Please tell me. Who you are is like, who I am is a woman. No, that's what you are. Except you're not that. But anyway, what you are is a biological male. Who you are is something completely different to your biological sex or your so-called gender. But hey, don't allow common sense to rule. Let the insanity rule. It's a much greater place for you, isn't it? When I was part of the campaign, and you had to be open and out there. But the reason why I did it and why I've pushed for it is for future generations, because it's going to help so many people, particularly young trans people. So this is the person. Ladies, does this person pass? Hey, dudes, if you saw this specimen walking down the street, how would you feel? Would you be aroused? Great question, isn't it? Very great question. Wells predicted that there would be thousands of applications in due time. I don't doubt that for 1 second. I don't doubt it because the woke sanity is just rife. The Chief Executive of Equality Australia, Anna Brown. Well done, Anna Brown. The Chief Executive of Equality, that term I cannot stand, has become such a ridiculous buzzword now. Say Queensland, I even have like this trigger, just it gives me the shakes. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. So Queensland was one of the latest states to get rid of cruel and outdated legal barriers to identification. It's cruel and outdated. Doesn't forget like things that actually make sense. It's cruel and outdated, people. The fact that hundreds of people have already applied to change their birth certificate to reflect who they are shows how important this is to some people and how long they have waited, Brown told the publication. So Anna Brown goes by a dude. I think Anna Brown happens to be a biological. I'm not sure, actually. I have no idea whether or not Anna Brown is a biological woman or a biological dude, but nevertheless, this person is responsible for pushing this madness further. Like, again, under the age of 16, right? Leave the kids alone. There's no such thing as trans kids, but why do we need any of this? Like, everyone's going, who I am is this, not what you are. There's a big difference. And it's hurting my brain, people. It's really hurting my brain. But anyway, I'm glad we got through it. Thank you, Australia, for just sending us back many, many years. Good grief. Anyway, my friends, you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.